Hey, YouTube. Hey, Facebook. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to another episode of The Big Show here on Sundays at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hope you guys are doing well. Next to me, as always, friend of mine, give it up one time for Dwayne Ward, the author and creator of Pissed Off Parent. Yeah, we are ready, hyped, and ready to go. Dwayne, I've got my Vader, my Darth Vader cup. Yep, the Force is with me today. I've got my Texas iced tea chilling inside my Vader cup, and I'm ready to rock this thing. Did you happen to see? Did you see the topic?
I did. I saw the topic, and I'm like, oh boy, this is going to be a barn burner today. Definitely one we need to talk about. But I got to pull back to the Darth Vader cup, the Texas tea. Now you've been you're a transplant. You've officially come over to the Texas world.
That's right.
When you say Texas tea, do you mean Texas tea? Now, there's only one kind of tea, right?
Well, I mean, when I've been going to the grocery store, I noticed that you Texans have your own version of everything. You have your Texas bread, Texas iced tea, you know. So I'm just adopting the sense that if I make iced tea in Texas, it probably is Texas iced tea. But are you going to learn me up on what it actually?
I'm gonna learn. Now, does it give you diabetes?
It doesn't.
Drink it? Oh, okay, yeah.
No.
Texas tea, when you drink it, your blood sugar just shoots through the roof. Your eyes get dilated. Weird stuff starts happening. That is Texas tea. But we'll get you trained up. Go to a restaurant. Well, if you go to a restaurant, you don't ask for tea, or you don't say Texas tea. You say, I want some tea.
Yeah. I thought you were going to start. I thought you were going to say Texas tea involves like alcoholic beverages inside of it. That's where I thought you were going with it.
It could.
It probably does for you.
It does for me sometimes, yes. Every once
because 50% of the hosts on this show have already started drinking today, and it ain't me.
Yep. We're going to okay. You got me on that one. I was like, carry the 2.
Yep.
4. Yep,
divide it. Square root of 4. Yep, you got it.
Yeah. My wife's birthday month is in August, and we did celebrate a little bit with some libations today at one of her favorite restaurants. So yes, I'm in a happy mood.
Yes, I bet you are. Well, I'm glad to hear it, because I'm going to put you in an even better mood with the topic of today, and that is, does your ex-wife have a golden uterus complex?
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Very good one. Yes.
So since I've come to Texas, you know, I have actually some family that lives in Texas that I don't get a chance to see very often, because I used to live in Florida. She lived in Texas. And now that I live in Texas, her and her boyfriend was kind of coming towards my way, because Texas is a huge state. I mean, you can drive 5, 6, 7 hours, still be in the state, right? So she comes a little closer to where I live, about an hour and a half away. So we kind of got together, and I decided to make that drive. And I went and saw my cousin. I don't know if Sarah's listening right now, but Sarah, love you. And we were kind of chatting, catching up and stuff, and was telling her about the Big Show podcast. And she had said to me that there is a doctor named Tara Palmatier who kind of helps men, and I believe women as well, kind of get through some of the stresses of breakups, marriages, things like that, and put out an article about this golden uterus complex. And she says, I think that would be really good for the show. So she sends me over the article. I read it, died laughing, thought it was awesome. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do a damn show about the GU, the golden uterus.
Right.
So so that's what I figured we do today. And knowing Dwayne the way that I do, I have a feeling that a lot of this is probably going to hit home to you, Dwayne.
Right here.
Yeah. So for all the men out there listening to this podcast and my buddy Dwayne here, let me ask you guys a very serious question.
Okay.
Are you frustrated with your wife or ex-wife's attitude of, I am the mother, you are irrelevant? Especially when it comes to raising your shared children?
Oh, man.
Does she have an overinflated sense of her own self-worth just because she's now a mother? Does she believe the mere act of giving birth entitles her to special privileges and gives her absolute unilateral power over you and your kids?
Yes. Oh, God. Oh,
if so, then your wife or ex-wife or mother of your children may be a golden uterus and could be suffering, Dwayne, from the all too common GUC, which is the Golden Uterus Complex.
Okay.
Side effects may include nausea, desire for isolation, feelings of frustration and violence, vomiting, embarrassment, and contemplation if 20 years to life is actually that bad.
I've considered, do I look good in orange? Dude, I've told you offline a million times. I'm like, I watched The Purge, and I'm like, man, if this was real, it would be awesome.
It would be something.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the Golden Uterus Complex. I mean, guys, girls. I mean, giving it on both sides, but we're going to talk for the guys here. They have this like, I gave birth to this, and I'm it. You have zero decision making ability, and what I say goes. And they had this idea that since they popped a little crotch goblin out, that they like own the universe. Now
they have absolute power.
Yeah, and legally they end up having a lot of power, especially in Texas, over that whole process. Courts love to support them and give them everything they want, which further enhances their crazy idea that the Golden Uterus Complex, the GUC. I've never heard GUC.
GUC.
I'm a little ashamed I haven't thought of that one.
The Golden Uterus Complex.
Women
are literally walking the streets right now with GUC and don't even know it. The men know they have it, but the women don't even understand they have it.
Well, did you know that something like 60 to 75% of women have like mental issues and all that, and are on medication? Or I'm sorry, yeah, it's like 75% are medicated, or that means there's still 25% unmedicated out there on the streets.
Just walking the streets like undiagnosed criminals. I mean, just craziness.
It's nutty, but GUC, that's I gotta use that one.
Yep. You see, Dwayne, you see my friend GUs, we're gonna call them GUs, golden uteruses.
Okay.
GUs only revere their own uteri and motherhood. That's all they revere.
Okay.
They're dismissive of other mothers and their children, especially if they are second or third wives. They are definitely dismissive if they're second or third wives. And GUs will actually take pride in the fact that they were first wives while ignoring the reality that they were such bad wives that their husbands literally divorced them. They'll ignore all that. Golden uteri, Dwayne, despite the sense of superiority and entitlement they derive from the title mother, despite the entitlement that they derive from that title, they're typically lousy parents, if not downright abusive parents.
Yes.
You see,
you're talking to me right here. Okay.
I'm speaking your language, I think. And men, I'm out there. I'm speaking on behalf of you. Yes. You tell me in the comment section, guys, if any of this sounds familiar to you. Because GUs are often the high conflict, abusive personality disordered parental alienators. That's what they are. They are the women who expect others, including their own children, to sacrifice everything at the altars they erect to themselves. Golden uteri lay golden eggs, children, and they milk their motherhood, their children, and you for all they're worth. That's what GUs do. They milk the kids, they milk the exes for all you guys are worth. So,
wow.
If you, am I close?
You're hitting it. No, I'm just it's all
close?
Becoming clear because I've always wanted to put a word to it for my ex-wife, and I mean, all joking aside, I'm going, holy crap! You've described my ex-wife. Like, was that? Did you see Dwayne Ward, pissed off parent, whatever, in the research there? Like, I was one of the test subjects.
Yeah, you were. Your name popped up a few times. Yeah, your name popped up.
Wow.
But I have been doing some studying this week.
I mean, okay.
I've been doing my research this week, and for if you or anyone listening are still not sure that you have actually encountered one of these horrendous golden uteri, then I have put together some of the following characteristics of a golden uterus mom. Would you like to hear them?
I would love to hear them. I don't know if I can handle hearing them, but yeah, let's shoot. Wow.
You want to hear it? Here it go.
Here we go.
Number one, GU and child are one and the same. The golden uterus child isn't allowed to have his or own feelings and opinions. If mommy is sad, then child must be sad. If mommy is mad, then child must be mad. If mommy hates daddy, then child must also hate daddy.
Oh,
if
God.
Mommy hates daddy's new wife, then child must hate daddy's new wife. You see, if mommy has been wronged, then the child has also been wronged. That's what I mean when I say the GU and the child are one the same. The golden uterus actually believes that her best interests and the child's best interests are synonymous. There's no you, there's no I. The golden uterus and child are we. They are one and the same. It's a crippling symbiosis for the child that the golden uterus feeds off of her own child to feel important, powerful, and special.
Okay, wait. All right. I know we're live. I know you're this is serious. I mean, this is like hitting, like it's unlocking. I mean, I've been doing this for about a decade, and I have researched pissed off parent, plug my own and I have, wow, holy crap.
I knew you were gonna like it, buddy. I knew this one was I knew you were gonna like this one.
This is Dr. Big Show right here. Dr. Big
Thank
Show.
You.
Holy
Thank you.
smokes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I am not done. Here's number 2. In case you're not sure if you've met a GU. Oh, there's more. I've got 15, buddy. 15 of these things.
Holy.
Number 2, if you're not sure that you ran into a GU, is the GU and the child are a twofer. Okay. So if you want to have your child in your life after you separate or divorce, the GU believes that she's a part of some twisted package deal. A golden uterus does not understand or refuses to acknowledge, one of the two, that you can actually love and have an independent relationship with children without her in the middle of it.
Holy crap.
GUs will try to impose themselves onto your individual relationships with the children and in any new romantic relationships as well. However, if the GU dates and remarries, that's none of your damn business.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
You see, Dwayne, the GU is allowed to move on with her life.
Right.
You're expected to remain on ice, poised to mobilize whenever she demands you to poise and mobilize. When the GU child wants or needs something, you're expected to drop everything to do the GU's child's bidding.
Oh, God.
Is this hitting home?
Dr. Big Show. This is Dr. Big Show. Holy shit.
The doctor is in the house with number 3. Number 3, disobedience. Disobedience, Dwayne, is abuse to the GU.
Oh,
it's
God.
Abuse. Disobedience, Dwayne. If the children, the father, the husband, the ex-husband, whatever, doesn't meet her needs,
right,
the GU perceives it as abuse. If you don't parent the same way the GU parents or misparents, then you're a bad parent. You're just a bad parent.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing, Dwayne.
Right. Yep.
If you challenge the GU's decisions, she'll punish you by denying you access to the kids or taking you to court.
Yeah. Wow.
A GU actually believes that because she gave birth, she has exclusive rights to all decision-making related to the children, no matter what anyone else says, including the courts or the father. And this applies to the children also. If they disobey mom or have the audacity to have their own feelings or opinions, like what childhood experts will call a healthy childhood development, having your own opinions.
Right.
But if they forsaken the GU and actually have the audacity to have their own opinions that differ from the GU's feelings and opinions, that's high treason. You see, there are consequences for high treason according to GU. And the children of the GU learn this very early in life. what side of the bread that's buttered on. That
Yep.
disobedience. Do not disobey the GU. Number 4.
Wow.
Number 4 is GU exceptionalism. You see, even though humans have been procreating since human history began, hundreds of thousands of years, despite that, Dwayne, the GU actually believes that her pregnancy and childbirth is the most special pregnancy and childbirth ever. Ever. Most women, yes. Besides Jesus, her childbirth is the most important besides Jesus. And some of them actually probably think it's more important than Jesus' birth.
Oh, yeah.
Most women will actually tell you that their pregnancy and the birth of their child was one of the most special events in their lives. No, I understand that. I get that. Yeah. But they don't expect it. But they don't expect it to be the most special event in everyone else's life. You see, they want it to be exceptional for all people's lives.
Right.
So, furthermore, should you remarry and have children with a new wife, the GU believes that she and the children you share with her should take precedence over your current relationship and any new offspring you guys might have.
Oh, yeah.
The GU actually believes that she should always come first, and by association with her, the child you share should always come first. For example, let's say that the child you share is an adult, okay? Mm-hmm. You are still obligated to pay your ex, an adult, spousal support. If you remarry and have a child with a medical issue, the GU believes her spousal support should be your first priority instead of paying for your second child's medical expenses.
Yeah.
Twisted enough, many family courts, as you know, would actually support this pathological entitlement and adult dependency.
Oh yeah.
There was a retired judge mediator recently said to an ex-husband during a divorce settlement, and I quote, "You have 2 children. One is 16, the other is 54. And you're responsible for both of them because you chose to live in a patriarchal state." That's what, and by the way, that was a female judge. That was a female judge that said that. Yep.
Wow. All right. Anyone else in the comments here? Because I think Dr. Jimmy here is talking to only me. There have got to be more people. I'm feeling like this is like an intervention almost. It's like somebody else out there in the comments has to be feeling this like I am, or y'all didn't go through anything of what I went through. I mean, this is like the pissed off parent intervention or something.
Father X is on board. Father X is on board.
Oh my God.
He actually just Googled it and it's real.
Well, that was a picture of my ex-wife, not yours. Holy crap. Oh my God.
What's up, Jules?
So, all right. So, I mean, a family court, retired, but family court judge, and since they're retired now, they can really speak their mind. But they actually said that you have 2 essentially children, dependents now. And you got to pay for both of them, and we don't care. Oh, yeah. Wow. And that's what goes on every single day, sadly.
It does.
These golden uteruses, they think that the world owes them something. They think, they get to destroy you, chew you up, spit you out, and then they hold your kid over your head for who knows how long. And then you just, I mean, your job is to bend over. That's not even bend down, bend over and just take it. And right. God forbid you move on. They'll chew you up, spit you out, and be like, I don't want him anymore. And then you dust yourself off. You find someone new that actually cares about you and wants to be in a relationship with you and build an empire together. And that just sends them over the deep end. They go nuts.
They do because
I am the mother. I am the mother.
The entitlement for some people is just absolutely real. They want you to bend the knee to them. They want you to bend the knee. Number 5 to determine if you are encountered or once encountered a GU is boundaries are for everyone else, but boundaries don't apply to the GU. Yes, this poor guy. I'm spitting so much knowledge and facts his way. It's overload.
I'm trying to copy it all down for my website.
Yeah. I'm going to send you my notes after the show's done.
Thank you.
But boundaries. You say, oh, no. There are no boundaries. There are no boundaries with the GU. Yeah. You must respect the GU's boundaries, though, but you're not allowed to have any boundaries of your own. You see, if you have healthy boundaries, the GU will accuse you of being controlling, withholding, abusive, unresponsive, and naturally a bad dad. Is
this an intervention? Because that's exactly what happened. I would have boundaries like, okay, this is my cut line. And they would go, you're abusing me. And then, of course, they would make up, you're financially abusing me, you're emotionally abusing me, you're financially abusing me, you're blah, 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 blah. I mean, that honestly came out of my ex's mouth repeatedly.
Yep.
Just because I said, okay, you know what? You didn't want me. Awesome. I'm out of here. Great. Moving on with my life. And through the entire process and afterwards, it was the Golden Uterus Complex. Holy crap.
The old Golden Uterus Complex. Number 6 is that all other child caregivers are irrelevant. That's number 6.
Oh, yeah.
You see, fathers, my friend, in case you guys didn't know, let me go ahead and learn you up. Fathers are just walking ATMs. That's all we're good for. We're just walking ATMs. Yeah. So you see, a father's role is to financially and emotionally support the mother, i.e. be her emotional punching bag, doormat, and listen to her complain about how hard it is to be a mother. That's a father's job. Fathers get no real input on how the children are raised with a GU. Yep. Oh, and by the way, stepmothers are less than non-entities. They're even less. Yes. Stepmothers are even worse. They are to act as servants to the children during visitation and are less than handmaidens to the golden uterus.
Yes.
That's all they are. Stepmothers just handmaidens to the old wise golden uterus. Extended parental family members are to act as like a subservient to support system to the GU. They are also the GU's minions as well. And if she allows them to have any access at all to the kids, it's going to be a controlled access, of course.
Under my rules. Yep.
Under her rules, her regime. Extended parental family members are also expected to side with the GU over their own flesh and blood and to dispense cash to the GU and children's needs. That is the rules of the GU.
Oh my God. Oh, this is hitting home. I might need therapy after this one. I've gotten over a lot of this stuff. I might need therapy. It's picking up a lot. Well, and the whole step parent thing. I'm remarried, new wife, awesome woman, awesome mother, and has done so much for my bio children, her bonus children. And and all joking aside, the disparity between my current wife and my first wife, night and day. Anyone with a half a brain could see it. But no, it was, you must, under my tutelage, this is the way it works. And oh my God, this is.
Yeah. And just so we're clear, by the way, gentlemen, just so we're clear that you are not under the control of the GU once you give birth. No, guys, you see, let me share number 7 with you. Number 7 is once you have sex with a GU, she owns you for life. You see, the golden uterus, Dwayne, believes that if she gave birth to your children, you are connected for life. She should always come first, even if you're both remarried, and you owe her until death do you part.
Oh, yes.
You owe that woman until death do you part. And this also applies to the children. You see, the GUs wield guilt over their children with a staggering ferocity. I mean, I am your mother. I carried you for 9 months. No one will ever love you like I love you. No one will ever break the bond that we have together. No one will ever come between you and your mom. I carried you in my womb for 9 long months. You can never do that for me. That's the GU's dictatorship right there. And when the kids become adults, the GU still believes she still believes that she should come first in her adult kids' lives, and take precedence over the spouses and their children. GU's children owe her because she is their mother. Simply, this is just, even though this is sick and twisted, unlike an ex-husband who can break free of this death grip, many of the GU's kids are indoctrinated into the GU's warped belief system, and it's extremely difficult for the GU's kids to ever break free. If they reject the GU's distorted belief systems and abuses, they're treated like public enemy number one.
Yep.
And they might even find themselves disowned by the GU mother altogether, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, depending, but nevertheless, it's terrifying for many children and adult children to even contemplate that they have to cohabitate with such a narrow-minded individual. But that's the life for some people out there when their mother has this when their mother has come down with GUC.
Oh yeah,
the Golden Uterus Complex.
Yeah, the mind games they play. I'm thinking of a few scenarios right now, not particularly my individual situation. I'll push it off on someone else a little bit, but yeah, even the adult children, they'll play mind games with them, the crying, I was a good mother, and they would say, here's, exhibit A of all the things that you screwed up. Now, now that they're adults and they've got over the trauma and they've gotten used to living their own life, and the parents, I don't know if this is on your list, but they honestly believe they were good parents. And they did all kinds of horrible stuff. Game playing, turning the father against the mother, the children, the adult children now, and they see the damage that they cause, and they don't care because it's all about them.
They are messed up individuals, and the way that they parent, it's like some perversion of parenthood. And also, Dwayne, these are often the women who get pregnant on purpose, so that way they'll actually have someone who will love me unconditionally. Like, that's their mindset. That's their logic. They will purposely get pregnant so that way they will have a safety net. But what they fail to understand is that it's the parent who is supposed to meet the child's love and safety needs, not the other way around. So
exactly.
But
wow.
We got a question that, Dwayne, I think you should probably answer this one. Let's see. Florida question by Bowen. All right. Does anyone know how to gain 50-50 custody by modifying a current 40-60 agreement without any lawyers being involved? Costs at least $750 for a lawyer to modify the current agreement.
All right. Well, Florida is actually one of the newest states in the union with equal shared parenting. I'll be honest, off the top of my head, I don't know if it involves or if you're able to just immediately go in and try to modify that. It may be new cases going forward. If it's not, then a change of circumstance would probably, I'm assuming that's in the language to where you can go back and try to modify. Florida, I'm assuming, is like Texas. There's free resources to file forms through your local court system to fill out and apply for 50-50. This would probably almost be the time to do something, especially in Florida, since they have the new 50-50. They're not as reliant on the child support funds and all that. But I would say do a Google search for Texas family law self-help or something, and you'll probably get down to the legal forms. Legal fee is, I think, probably $250 in that range, and from there you can do an indigent form to try to get out of those fees. But I mean, of course, if you're 40-60, it's one of those situations where, does 50-50, you need to all things being equal, you need to show the judge that a true 50-50 makes sense. But if you're on permanent disability, so you're home all the time, I would say it doesn't make sense to do 50-50 or more. It just all depends. I mean, if you're able to be in the kids' lives more often and raise them and all those things make sense, I mean, you would need to sit down and really craft a plan and then take that to court. But yeah, try Google Florida self-help family court, those Google words, and you should be able to find some of the forms for that, and just go pay the fee and go through that process. But I mean, there's a lot I would need to know about the situation to give you your chances and all that. You need to show pretty clear and convincing that it makes sense to go 50-50.
Yeah. And Bowen, also, if you go to pissedoffparent.com, there's a lot of great information on there about the court systems and things that you would probably want to know. Also, folks listening on Facebook, folks listening on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button for us. Make sure you like the podcast and share it with some friends. If you guys are entertained, if you guys think it's good information, if you guys just want to laugh with some buddies, just share it out. The algorithms will help more people come to the podcast, and we would appreciate the support.
I'm glad you reminded me of my own website.
Yes.
If you go, this is why I can't remember anything. I'm getting old. If you go to pissedoffparent.com and go down to the second United States image and then click on the state of Florida, there's a link under documents, data, articles, and studies that give you pro se instructions, and they'll have the DIY forms and all that on there for you. So actually, I've provided it all for you. Go to pissedoffparent.com, click on the cute little state picture that looks just like yours, and then you can go there and get all the forms and be able to file and do all the other information from there. So thank you.
Speaking of which,
Dr. Jimmy.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. The doctor's in session. Have you heard of the new Florida law that's about to take place, or maybe it's already taking place, where if you both agree that you are the biological parents of the child, 50-50 custody?
Yeah, they have the new law. That was the one I was referring to. Is that now Texas, and I believe I keep hoping for Texas, Florida and Missouri are the two newest states that have adopted a 50-50 presumption of equal shared parenting. So yeah,
so what if
Florida?
So what if you're in a situation like Bowen is in, where he's got 60-40 and they entered the law of 50-50? Does he get grandfathered in? Does he have to renegotiate the contract? Like, how does that work?
So what'll happen is he'll have to go back to court, and then he'll have to show clear and convincing evidence that shows that 50-50 makes sense. I always use the pilot scenario. I mean, if the one parent is out of state for 26 days out of the month, unlikely he's going to, he or she's going to get 50-50. If it's both of them live in the same town or the same school district, especially, and there's not going to be that much of a disruption to the child, and they both have work schedules that accommodate a 50-50, it's going to be a lot easier to go through. Yeah, I used to. I don't respond to them anymore because all the information on the website. Thank you again, Dr. Jimmy, for reminding me that it's on the website. But I get all these requests. I want 50-50. Oh, great. What's the situation? Go through it. Oh, yeah, I'm a pilot. That's the kind of reason I use that example. Oh, you're a pilot. Okay, so you're home every day. How's that work? Oh, no, I'm gone 20 days out of the month. I'm like, dude, you can't get 50. Think in your head. 2 + 2 = 4. It doesn't equal applesauce. You can't get it. If it makes sense, think about what's in the best interest of the child. Legit, for real, not what the courts they like to use that phrase all the time. And does it make sense? Is it going to be a huge disruption to the child to have 50-50? I was in a situation where I did get 50-50 because I lived in the school district. My ex-wife lived in the school district. It was within 2 or 3 miles. It made sense. I was able to be at all of the kids' different things that they had going on. I was a very involved father. If you've got someone that doesn't even know their kid's birthday, that's gone 20 hours out of the month or 20 days out of the month and all that, no, you're not going to get 50-50.
Right.
You shouldn't even ask for it. Don't even go there. Now, if you're willing to change your life around and do that, which a lot of mostly fathers have done, go ahead and make those changes and then re-petition the courts or do it while you're filing. I would say do it while you're in the middle of the divorce. But that's the point of 50-50 is if you're going to be in your kids' lives and you have an active part in it, then it makes perfect sense. And it sucks when you don't get it. But if you're like, oh, well, yeah, I go out, boozing on the weekend, I do this and I do that, and I ain't got a job, and I'm out chasing skirts and I'm doing this and do that, I want 50-50, kick rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. But Bowen's situation, go to the website, go down to that cute little Florida symbol there, click on it. All the documents are there, and you should be off and running.
So, I've been talking a lot about how guys can diagnose, how they can, see whether or not their ex or their current wife is a GU by using a lot of behavior patterns. But the doctor also can tell you how you can find out if she's a GU by using some physical things too, which brings me to number 8. Number eight is the GU likes to take kissy duck face makeout photos with their kids.
Oh God.
You see, Facebook addicted GUs, Dwayne, they love to post the kissy duck face makeout photos with their kids.
Yep.
It's rather maniac to be honest. It's just like, look at me and my child who loves only me, forever me. You see, we're so close. Look how close we are. You know, we're like best friends, not even mother and daughter. We're like best friends.
Yep.
These photos are similar in nature to like photos of drunken college girls, you know, that they take of themselves with their arms wrapped around each other and their faces pressed together. You know, that's what it reminds me of. You know, whenever I see a photo of a mother and her child in a lip lock bear hug with a Joker smile, I immediately think GUC. So that's how you guys can determine, but just by looking at social media, if this woman is a GUC.
Can we just say it out loud? Okay, I'm gonna say it. The pissed off parent, 51-year-old man. Take my advice. What it is? Just stop doing it. That is this. Whenever I'm scrolling through the farce book or the Insta Snap or whatever, and I see that, it's the dumbest thing ever. Stop doing it. No one thinks you look cute. Nobody. No. Just stop doing it.
It's not a good look, and it kind of it's a little desperate too. You know, you can kind of tell that those kids kind of are their only friends. You can kind of sense that she's trying to make them. You know, she wants to be the mother, the controller, and also the bestie at the same time. It's a little cringy, but oh
God.
But there are more, Dwayne. There are more. I've got 15 of these things. Oh, there's more. There's more. I got like 6 more. We're on number 9 right now. Number 9 is the golden uterus mothers are feelers. They're feelers, okay? The golden uterus believes that her emotions are reason enough for any action at all. No matter how despicable the action is. In fact, the GU's feelings will often trump what really is in the child's best interest. All that matters is what the GU feels. Doesn't matter what's in the best interest of the kid. If the GU feels a certain way, the GU will go that direction. For example, if I'm angry with your daddy, it means that the children are denied access to the father.
Every time.
They will completely cut out the other parent. They'll completely cut their children out of the other parent's life altogether because they actually feel that because they're mad at dad, then it's in the best interest of the children to also be mad at dad and not associate with them.
But they'll take their child support payment. They'll take that.
Yeah, the check's always cashed.
Let's get crazy there.
The check will always be cashed. Don't you worry. You know, the GU is when she's feeling angry, when she's feeling wronged, when she's feeling ignored, when she's feeling challenged, when she's feeling disrespected.
Challenge right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Listen, when a GU feels challenged, buddy, that becomes her justification to attack and punish anyone else who angered the GU. Justification, even if her actions violate a court order, she feels it's justified.
Oh yeah, especially if it's a court order. Yeah, that's I feel that Bobby disrespected me, so I'm going to keep the kids for 6 months and show him a thing or two. And this part that pisses me off is the government is just all too happy to do it because they're making all that money. Recovering all that money from all the child support nonsense that's out there. That's and that's empowers them, makes them feel, I can get away with it. But yeah, it's crazy. You can show these people all the data, having them in their father's life, doing this, and you got a stand-up guy that's fighting everything he's got to be in this kid's life with all the new stresses he has on him, and they're just okay with just nope, he's not getting access. Screw him. He doesn't get his time with the kid, which is already usually 4 days a month anyway, which is a pittance. But they play these games and they're okay, and they're laughing about it and talking to the other piece of trash girlfriends at the same time that are just as sorrowful as they are. and they live in this stuff, and they don't realize. And then of course what happens, and I'm gonna talk to the ladies for a second. 30, 40 years later, not even usually, but years later, your kid's gonna figure this out, and they're not gonna want anything to do with you. Ask me how I know.
Oh yeah, yeah, experience.
Exactly.
And, by the way, you've got a cute little white dog running behind you.
Yeah. Yes, good old Jingle Bell. She's
Jingle Bells.
Yeah, Jingle Bell. Yeah, my wife. That's her love puppy right there. That sounded wrong, but it's still funny. But yeah, she is she's almost a Dalmatian, and I give Brandy, my wife, trouble about that all the time because she loves this dog more than life itself. She named her Jingle Bell because Brandy's favorite holiday in the world is Christmas. Yeah. So if I'm drinking heavily for the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, you'll understand why. I mean, she's ready. She's got that. All I want for Christmas is you or whatever. She's got it ready to go. But yeah, that's a little Jingle Bell there. She's a nice dog.
Jingle Bells is back there eyeing your first edition Transformer. I don't know. She might see that as a chew toy.
She knows better. She knows how this goes down. If she ever touches one of them, I think she knocked over one of my Megatrons one day, and it was not a pretty picture. But yeah, she's probably, and I was going to say she's dumb. So she's probably just thinking they're looking at nothing right now, more than likely. But yeah, this is how dumb she is. She looks the other way and just doesn't know what she's doing. She's brain dead.
I think she knows we're talking about her. I think she knows we're talking about her.
Jingle Bell, are we talking about you? What?
Hey, Dwayne, number 10. I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if you knew this about the GU, but did you know that number 10 is once a GU gives birth, her job is done?
Oh God, yeah. Popping out of the coochie, done.
Yeah, once she gives birth, her job here is done.
Boom.
You see, the GU believes, Dwayne, that simply giving birth or simply birthing a child, that's all they're responsible for as a contribution to parenting.
Exactly.
That's all they're responsible for raising the welfare of their children. From the moment that child emerges from her hollow trough and is cleaned and given to the GU, that's all that's done. It is solely on the father to provide for both her and the child. Henceforth, shall the father now provide for thy womb and thy child.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Once the GU gives birth, she has her own little foot soldier to weaponize and use as a control device over the child's father and his family. Yep. That's their little weaponization there. This is when many, Dwayne, of these women actually choose not to return to work too.
Oh God. Oh, that hurt. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. By giving birth, by simply giving birth, the GU essentially has her husband over a barrel, and she knows it. She knows it, and she uses it against them.
Why do you think they want to get knocked up all the time? That's exactly it. They're I've been kind of piecing this together. They're like, I'm strong, I'm independent, I'm this. I'll get married, whatever. I'll work some Joe job, whatever. And then they get knocked up, pump out a kid, and they're like, oh, I don't want to work anymore. And then over the next several years, because the guy's dumb. I'm just going to say we are dumb. We're like, oh, we're going to be there. We're going to be dad. And we, take on more hours at work. We do this. We do all this other stuff. We come home to a completely horrible house that looks like a bomb went off in it. Night after night, they haven't cooked. They're not, because we'll say, oh, you want to stay home? Great. You take care of the traditional role of women and keep the house clean. I will do this. My ex-wife was like, oh, we need to have a daycare provider and we need to have a maid come in. I'm going to not make this about me because I'm triggered like crazy right now. And then like, I don't want to work. And then they'll start going, well, why don't you do better? Why don't you do this? Why don't, the minute she says, I don't want to work, if you can't pick up in anything else that's being said here, you need to get your exit plan now. Go to pissedoffparent.com, look up the list on the website, read it, live it, and get ready for it because it will happen within a few short years. Just throwing it out there.
And these women who have this GU mindset, who have come down with an awful case of GUC, Golden Uterus Complex, they oftentimes fall right into number 11, which are children are possessions. They are not their own person.
Oh yeah. Oh,
They
they are
are
totally possessions.
simply possessions.
Ornaments and possessions. Yes, they're an ornament for their Facebook pictures. So, oh, look, I'm a good mother. And then, yeah, they're possessions. I own this. I own you. You are mine, and you will not go to anybody else. I'm your mother. I'm your Oh, I'm trying not to get triggered, but it's pretty hard not to get lit up here. Oh, my God, this one's talking to me.
It's talking to you, Dwayne, because you already know that the GU already views her child as possession.
Yes.
The GU will take all the kudos for birthing a child, but none of the responsibility.
Right.
So if someone tries to point out any discrepancies, oh no, the GU will heave out an emotional garbage to cover up their horrible parenting. They cannot accept responsibility. The GU only views the child in context to herself. Yep. Everything is about the GU.
Everything. All roads lead. I mean, your kid could win an award. I did that. I tutored him. I tutored her. I did this. I made that happen. The kid. Yep. Does good in gymnastics or good in baseball, whatever that is. I did that. It's all about me. It's never about the kids' accomplishments. It's about how you made it happen. They were just a small, insignificant instrument in getting your overall achievement done, and you should be awarded for it.
Oh yeah, God. Yeah. So every time they win something, every time they accomplish something, every time they make you proud of something, it's because of her genetics, her parenting, whatever. But guess whose fault it is every time the child fails or does something wrong? Is it still hers? No, it's daddy's. You see, it's daddy's genetics. It's daddy's fault. It's daddy's parenting or lack thereof. Right. Oh, yeah. Yep. The GU has a priceless mentality. Number 12 on the GU scale is the GU uses motherhood as an excuse. That's number 12. Uses motherhood as an excuse. Becoming a mother is the GU's excuse for everything, Dwayne. She can't work because mothers don't work. Husband has to give her all his money because she's the mother of his only child. Yep. She's lost all identity as a woman, and all identity as a woman because she's a mother and is used to becoming a mother as her. Well, she uses motherhood as her free ride in life. Once she becomes a motherhood, that motherhood is an excuse for everything. Even after the children are even in school full time. Doesn't matter. Oh no. The GU will still use the kids and being a mother as an excuse not to work outside the home and often not even to work inside the home also. You see, Dwayne, you have no idea how stressful it is to be a mom. Okay, look, the kids are in school all day, okay? What do you do? What do you do with your time? Oh, you try to minimize everything that I do.
You're abusive. You're abusive.
Dwayne, you have no idea. No idea. And you're like, the breakfast dishes are still in the sink when I got home from work in the evening. The laundry's still piled up, the kids still haven't done their homework yet. I mean, what did you do? You know what? I'm gonna let it go.
Because and that's what you do.
Yeah, just let it go. Because God forbid she'll turn right around you, look you in the eye, and be like, how dare you disrespect me? I'm the mother of your children. How dare you?
My ex-wife, God, during our divorce, now the youngest child was 7 or 8. The judge straight up asked her, why aren't you working? She said, and I quote, and I wish I could make this up, well, I have postpartum. And the judge looked at her and said, the kid's 7. You don't have postpartum for 7+ years. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And that was her kick because they did push her a little bit during the whole thing, but yeah, just the crazy. Oh God, that they just think that they're the mother is the kick out clause for everything. And I would ask. I mean, when I was going through it, and it took me a long time to figure it out because I'm a logical guy, try to give but I would be like, why does the house look like a bomb went off in it? The kids are in school from 8 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I take them to school. So all you have to do is pick them up, which I get called all the time that you were asleep and didn't pick the kids up on time. I come home. The only time you talk to me is to order dinner because you're not making dinner. My laundry smells like I don't know what. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm a mother. It's just blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's just crazy. Yeah. This one's talking to me.
Yep. And number 13 of GUs are self-appointed parenting experts also. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's true. God. They are self-appointed parenting experts. Despite the fact that her parenting behavior should be used as an example in how not to parent 101, how not to parent, the Golden Uterus believes that having birthed a child makes them better and more knowledgeable than everybody else. Just the act of birthing a child, that makes them an expert in parenting.
Yeah.
And they'll tell people who don't have kids, well, you don't have kids, so how would you know anything?
Right.
And if you should actually dare challenge the GU's parenting skills and superior authority, well, then you need to go back and see number 3 above. Go back to number 3 and read that all over again. Yeah.
Oh, God, no.
Number 14 of how to determine if your spouse, ex, or current wife has GUC is number 14 as motherhood is a title and a power trip. They'll use that as a title and a power trip.
Yep.
So the Golden Uterus, Dwayne, views mothering as a title rather than a relationship or it's like a set of behaviors.
Yep.
Mothering requires selflessness at times, right? We all know that. It requires
all the time.
It requires sacrifice. Selflessness, sacrifice, duty. It requires paying attention to the child and putting your time and energy into meeting their needs, which is also, requires seeing the child as a unique and separate individual from yourself, not a mirror of your own thoughts, feelings, and ideas. But a Golden Uterus mother fails at mothering and instead uses her title to extort things from others. But it's in the name of the child, so it makes it okay for her, you see. Essentially, they just use their offspring as a way to get their own needs met. That's pretty much what a GU.
Welfare.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God.
And number 15, and the final way to determine whether or not your current wife, your ex-wife, or simply the mother of your children is suffering from GUC, Golden Uterus Complex, is the GU is never wrong. Never wrong. The Golden Uterus seems to expect that they get a total free pass on accountability for their own behavior at all times.
Yep.
I have often told guys that their ex-wives lives on a one-way street paved in double standards. I've said
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, my Achilles heel is I try to get people to live in the world that they create. So, good for the goose, good for the gander. If you want to go out and do whatever, I should be able to go out and do whatever. If you want to spend money on this, I should be allowed to spend money on this. That just live in the world you create. And Golden Uterus, we'll call him, is Gucci, is that too, a Gucci or a Gooch? I don't know if that's right, wrong, or whatever, but GUC, if
Gooch.
I'm trying to work with this here, but if a GUCer, they live in the world of double standard. Like they'll say, I don't know, they'll cheat on their boyfriend who believes that they're in a monogamous relationship, and then she'll find something over at the other person's apartment, and then which may or may not be whatever, and then they'll get mad at them, that type of stuff. Or they should be allowed to do XYZ, whatever it is, but you can't. I mean, the double standard. But anyway, that is my Achilles heel, because I try to get people to live in their own world. Like, okay, you think it's okay to do XYZ, well then the other person should be allowed to do it too. Oh God, no, they can't do that.
Oh no. You see that logic is flawed, my friend, because GUs actually believe that their bad behavior is to be overlooked.
Right. Yeah.
So yet she will attempt to crucify you for any and all perceived weaknesses or failures or whatever. She is the judge. She is the jury, and she will be quick to condemn you, yet she can do no wrong.
Right.
So,
or you caused her to do it.
Yeah. It's all your fault.
all your fault.
So those are the 15 ways to determine whether or not someone in your life has suffering or is suffering currently from GUC. So hope you guys enjoyed that. In closing, guys, if you guys, on a serious note, if you guys are wondering what you can do if the mother of your children has a golden uterus complex, I would implore you to go to, check out Dr. Tara Palmatier. Dr. Tara Palmatier. She actually specializes in helping men break free of abusive relationships or cope with the stress of a past one. And she actually said, and this is a quote from her, she says, "There's nothing you can do to change her. Nothing. She's highly unlikely to see the light and morph into a reasonable human being and a good mother. Your goal, men, as with all high conflict abusive types, should be containment. You establish containment through establishing ironclad boundaries, learning to say no, and then practice deafening your ears to the caterwauking. So don't let her use your children as an extortion mechanism, guys. Okay? Don't let her use it. Don't allow the children to view you as a human ATM machine, because you are more than that. In other words, don't reward your children's bad behavior with money or gifts, trips, or other goodies. Otherwise, they'll just view you the same way that they view that their mother views you, you know? And I know many fathers who are really desperate for time with their kids. And these guys, sometimes, Dwayne, they actually use toys and expensive entertainment as like bait. And trust me, this is not the relationship that you want with your children.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's a quick path to time with them. Yeah. But it's an unhealthy and not a permanent path. Decide exactly how much bad behavior you're willing to tolerate from your ex and what offenses you want to pursue in court. Forget about co-parenting with a GU. It's next to impossible to do that. You will be less frustrated if you just try to parallel parent. So a GU will undermine you at nearly every turn. So expect it and plan for it. So those are some of the things that she had said for you. And my thoughts, guys, is, don't put your current girlfriend, your current wife in the middle, and don't tolerate your ex or your children disrespecting your current wife or your current girlfriend. Don't tolerate it. Demand respect for yourself. Demand respect for your loved ones. If your ex and the kids violate these boundaries, guys, you need to find an appropriate consequence for their violations. And finally, don't drink the golden uterus Kool-Aid either. Don't drink it. The fact that you once had a relationship with her and share a child together, guys, it does not bind you together for life. Just because she wants this to be the truth doesn't make it the truth. Okay. So just because your ex has chosen to define herself by a failed relationship and 36 hours in a delivery room doesn't mean that you have to do the same. GUs are legends in their own minds, and they are also their worst enemies as well. So I say minimize contact and try to foster healthy boundaries, values, and senses of self in your children during the times that you have them, and just hope and pray that it sticks. If you guys are interested in Dr. Tara Palmatier, you guys can go to her website, which is shrinkformen.com. That's SHRINK, the number 4 men.com. Shrink, the number 4 men.com. You actually know who she is?
I know her. I've actually talked to her a couple times. Okay. Yeah. A lot of her, I have a lot of her stuff, pages. Yes. Very well spoken. Her stuff is on point. A lot of good stuff there. I would argue, I'm actually on her site right now. Definitely would, a lot of good stuff there.
We should bring her onto the show one day.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of good stuff there. I would, yeah, for anyone out there dealing with it right now, I would, hang up the phone, go to the Shrink for Men, and she has a lot of blog, a lot of free articles out there, and I would just scour through those. It's going to be eye opening for a lot of people because, because a lot of times it's like cooking a frog, or how do you boil a frog? You do it slow over time, and that's how they work. They're not gonna pop the kid out and go, the world is mine. It's going to be over time. They utilize different tactics to get it done. Crying, mean. They're going to do all these different things. I can never say her name right, but she has got a lot of good information, a lot of YouTube videos out there. I would basically cancel your dance card for the evening, pop up her YouTube and stuff, and just start just walking through all of it, because there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Dr. Paul Matera's article whenever I read it about the GUC. I thought it was not only well written and very informative, but I laughed my butt off, and I said, you know what, I got to share this with the crowd. So I decided to do that. All props go to Dr. Tara. She seems like she's a great doctor, and she seems like she helps a lot of people out there too. So if you guys are in the thick of it, reach out to her. I'm sure she'll be able to take you on as a client and let us know how the experience is. Also, guys, if you guys have like an idea for the show, let us know. Drop us a line. You can always email me at jimmysmith300@gmail. You can also look up The Big Show on IG. You can look up The Big Show on Facebook and reach out through us through there. If you want some more of the legality, hey, how do I handle this? How do I handle that? How should I prepare for a marriage? How should I unwind a marriage? PissedOffParent.com has a lot of great information. The guy next to me, Dwayne Ward, is the author of Pissed Off Parent. He's put a lot of great time and effort into that website. And guys, we're just trying to help entertain you, try to make you laugh a little bit in some crazy, crazy times that we live in. And I hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Dwayne, did you have anything you wanted to add before we get out of here?
I'm gonna go in my fetal position after this. This brought up a lot of stuff. No, I mean it was a great episode. I mean, the GUC. I never put the two together. I mean, I've heard of GUC on the Golden Uterus, but tying it together and listing those examples, it just really kind of hit home. And I'll tell you, I mean, again, I've been out of it for 10 years now. It's good to, I hate to say it, but good to go back, and if you're past it, or if you're going through it, or you're getting ready to go through it, to get prepared. And it helps you getting it out. It's a lot of therapy, getting a hold of your guys or girls and talking through this stuff gets it out. Getting that accountability partner, that listening partner or partners, or games on or gaming buddies, and getting it all there, and just helping you cope and get through it. That's how you're going to get through this and survive. But yeah, a lot of good stuff to say about Tara. She got a lot of good info out there. Yeah, hit my site. As far as plugging it, again, all the information is free, and it's going to hopefully give you a good laugh, as well as get you some information on your particular state overall, answer some questions. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Big Show. Get it out there for more and more people to see. We're starting to get a hater or two in here, which is great.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that today.
Out there.
I love it, man.
Yeah, you're making it when a decent portion of the stuff you get is hate, because that tells you that you struck a chord.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that until I got to a certain point where everyone's got an opinion and all that. But until I started getting haters and crazy people coming on the page and stuff like that, that's when you've made it. So yeah, the Big Show, Dr. Jimmy here, you're definitely making it, because you're starting to get your haters. So hey,
awesome. What? I mean, I feel like I'm turning a new chapter in the Big Show. I mean, when people come in here and be like, how the hell did I get on this misogynist website or whatever? Awesome. Anyone who's watched the Big Show regularly knows that there is no heat or judgment towards women. We're just poking fun at the very small few that are out there that are absolute trash of mothers, absolute trash of women. And it goes both ways too. There's some guys out there who are just, waste of human breath out there. But I still like to think that the majority of people out there are good people, but we can always poke fun at the ones who bring others hell and destruction in life. And that's what we're doing tonight. We're just out there poking fun to some of the people out there. But, number 16 probably should have been about that one lady, because GUs know GUs. So,
oh yeah, they know each other.
That should have been number 16. I'll write that down. But anyhow, you guys have a great week. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Big Show podcast. On behalf of Dwayne Ward and myself, Jimmy Smith, we'll see you guys here next Sunday, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Until then, have a great week, and we'll see you guys soon.